Welcome to part 2 of the series of Kenner's 1995 Congo the Movie action figure line. And we do have a bunch of human characters left still, at least 3. But I want to get some of the monkeys open so when we get to the vehicles we can test their net launching abilities on the ferocious apes here. So first off is Mangler. He is a ferocious guardian with brute strength. These guys boast a glow-in-the-dark feature on their eyes and teeth, and you can kind of make out here that at Toyworks these were originally $7.99 a piece and were reduced to 3 for $5. Ouch. There's 2 of the evil gray apes in the non-deluxe line, which is Mangler, which we've got here, and Blastface, who's a mutant fury with vicious fangs, both with eyes and teeth that glow in the dark. And that's really all the cards have to say about these guys. The thing I am curious before I open them is I wonder if these arms are like bendable with like wire in the middle to articulate, so we will find out. So here's Mangler out of the package, and I was completely wrong. The arms and body and legs are constructed just like Amy, so he's completely hollow on the inside and very light. He has no articulation in his neck, it's just at the waist and both his shoulders. You can get some pretty cool poses out of him though with the bend of his arms, so he does look pretty menacing. Looks like he might be able to at least choke some people with his grip. We'll have to test that out. Unfortunately, because he's hollow, I think it's made them pretty susceptible to warping, because he can't actually plant both feet flat on the ground, and this arm seems to be the one that was favored for the knuckle to make the kind of tripod balance, but it just doesn't work because he's warped so much over the years. Like Amy, I think these guys are pretty cool sculpts. It's really got to be that hollow, soft vinyl has just not been able to hold its original shape. The face is quite gruesome. He's got a lot of yellow, just straight up yellow pustules all over his face. And his gigantic jaws, which I assume where he gets his Mangler namesake. Looks like there's some paint splatter on his chest and some attention to detail there on his ape nipples. Let's test out his glowing eyes and fangs. Yeah, that's no joke. That's not something you'd want to see peering back at you in the jungle. The arms do seem pretty good at holding other figures too, which is pretty funny. Next up is Blastface, which is probably named for his blown away half of his face here. He seems to have either pus or mold growing on his face as well. What's interesting about at least the Blastface that I have is that this is a sticker, and it's again a sticker on the back too. So before I open him up, I'm gonna try to see if I can peel that off, because I'm curious if there was like a spelling error or if they renamed him or what. So let's see what we can discover. This is incredible. If you can see it here, his original name was Skinhead. I wonder why they changed it. So somebody had to go through and put stickers on every single one of these because they named him Skinhead. Oops. Just how many copywriters did that have to go through to get approved too? So the front sticker is a complete pain to get off, but you can definitely see he was also Skinhead on the front. So Blastface doesn't seem to have the same problems with the warping of the legs, but it is the same kind of construction. It seems like his plastic though is a little bit more rigid than what we saw on Mangler. He's still hollow and has the same kind of 3-point articulation. He holds up much better, and it seems like they weren't relying on you using one of his arms to steady him at all, since none of his really reach the ground. But again, he's got some really dynamic poses. He's got a much more light gray, kind of gray-blue coloring in him to differentiate him from the other ape. It does look like that these guys are almost totally unique sculpts all the way through. Like they don't seem to be sharing a body, legs, or arms, which is pretty cool. Blastface namesake, you can see his whole eye has been shot off here. I wonder if that's supposed to be the handiwork of Karen Ross and her laser cannon. He's only got one eye, so let's see his glow feature. Yeah, nicely done. Yeah, I say these guys are well done. Like, I really like the poses. Gives them kind of a menace to them. The open hands was a great move so they can kind of grip human characters and generally be a nuisance. They're kind of fidgety for standing because of you kind of have to find a good waiting point for them to get them to stand alone. But yeah, I'd say even the paint job's a little nice, a little rough in between the arms since the color separation is real harsh. It's got a kind of little monkey butt going on there. Kind of limited in that their arms only move up and down, since in the movie you see them kind of crushing heads all the time with their kind of smashing action. But I think the deluxe, the other monkey, Bone Crusher, I think his name is, that we'll look at in another video, has that kind of crushing feature. Lastly, of the non-deluxe Killer Apes is a mail-away, which I'm not sure where it was advertised or how you actually got it. I know the card backs have like Congo points, so you probably had to mail those in with a check for shipping and handling, but I don't know where it was advertised or anything like that, or if this guy had a name. But let's get him out of the box. He came with a Kenner Action Toy Guide, so we'll flip through that real quick in a minute. He just came in a simple plastic cover, Congo Promo Ape, ages 4 and up. So he appears to be a repainted Blast Face. He's got some kind of horrible black oozing infection instead of the red one. He's kind of made of a base purple color with some purple accents. Yep, he appears to just be a recolor of Blast Face. I was wondering if maybe they would put different arms on him, use like the arms from the other ape or something, but nope, he's just a straight recolor. And there they are from the back doing their stretching exercises. Real quick, we'll look through this Kenner Action Toy Guide. Legends of Batman, Batman the Animated Series, more Batman the Animated Series, Aliens vs. Predator, Carzillas with transforming wheels. Don't recall ever seeing or hearing about these. That's a new one on me. Nobody cares about starting lineup. Shaq Attack. Wow. Rap Master Shaq action figure. Technozoids. Jurassic Park. This was Series 2 when they recolored and resculpted some of the movie figures and then added Dino Trackers and the Evil Raiders. A lot of those two lines we'll see in some of the other Congo figures. Some recolors of the dinosaurs. More dinosaurs. The two Congo vehicles are just repaints of these, so they were out at basically the same time, which is pretty funny. The Shadow, I already have this complete line that we'll look at in another series. The Shadow vehicles, which I have as well. Nerf, some more Nerf, even more Nerf. Wow, look at that thing. Even more Nerf. Man, I think everybody had at least one of these in some various color format. And the 9.6 volt radio controlled speed Ricochet. So there we have the Killer Apes of Kenner's 1995 Congo. Blast Face, formerly Skinhead, Mangler, and Mail-Away. And we should probably see how these guys look in their glowing fury. Yeah, that looks pretty awesome. So yeah, I had to do some creative posing to get Mangler to stand in the back there, but overall I think these guys are pretty great. Much more dynamic and I think interesting than the human characters, as they should be. Well done, I like these. There's just one more ape left, the deluxe version, and we'll look at him in a different video. Interesting paintwork, a lot of gradients and stuff, something you don't see a whole lot of on Kenner. Some good gray killer apes, even though one of them's purple. But yeah, stay tuned for even more Congo, and thanks for watching.